So it's around the year 2005, and I'm starting my freshman year of college. And unfortunately, competing with my college schedule is the video game Beyond Oasis, which is just a fantastic action RPG. It's basically the Zelda of the Sega Genesis. I started playing the game around the same time I started my first classes in college, politics 100, English 100, all of that. And I really wanted to make a good impression in college. I really wanted to make a concerted effort to become a good student because unlike high school, college actually matters. I believe one of my first classes was Politics 100, and starting off on the right foot, I wanted to do everything right. I always raised my hand, I contributed to class discussion, I kind of got a good idea of what political leanings my actual professor has, and I kind of fed to his ego, acting like I agreed with his views. Our first assignment for Politics 100 was to write this paper. I think it was supposed to be like 4 or so pages, double spaced. It wasn't a big deal, but for some reason I had to open up my mouth and say, you know what, professor, I'm going to go above and beyond. Not only will I write the 4 pages, but I will do a lot of research. You see, I'm actually going to Washington, D.C. in the coming weeks, and I will interview all these congressmen, and I will go to all these historic Washington monuments, and I'll take pictures, and this will be the greatest 4-page double-spaced essay you will ever read in your life. You will have to give me 2 A's. Now, mind you, I wasn't going to DC. I wasn't gonna interview any politicians. I was gonna do my research on Wikipedia. Now, this project is in a month, but I'm really mostly focusing on playing Beyond Oasis because it's an awesome game. So a week passes, 2 weeks pass. I still haven't even written the heading of my project. Finally, I'm about 2 days away from writing this paper, and I've gotten pretty far in Beyond Oasis at this point. I've been playing it on and off, and I'm still putting the paper off. I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow, and I'm still playing the game. Obviously, I'm playing other games too, but I'm really focusing on Beyond Oasis because I want to pass it. And finally, it's the deadline. It's the night before I have to write this amazing paper with interviews and pictures from Washington monuments. I mean, for this paper, I might have as well said I was going to interview the president. But I haven't done anything. I haven't even gone on Wikipedia to do research. I literally have done nothing but played video games for the past month. And it comes down to the wire. I know I can probably write a fairly decent essay in about 2 hours, and it's about 10 p.m. right now. And basically, it came down to playing more Beyond Oasis or actually writing the paper. And I chose the former. I wake up in the morning with no paper, with nothing. And for some reason, when I woke up, the first thing I thought was, maybe the paper's done. I don't know why that crept into my mind. Maybe I was just hoping some kind of weird cobbler elves wrote a paper for me while I was sleeping. Maybe I thought I sleepwalked the paper out of necessity, but lo and behold, I didn't. There were no papers about the current state of politics in my vicinity. So it's the day of the paper, and suddenly I'm in class, and everyone in front of me is handing in their papers, and they all have these giant manuscripts. They're handing in 50-page papers, it seems like. They all have beautiful photoshopped artwork, covers. I mean, they're all handing in books, basically. And this is all happening in slow motion. And finally, the professor gets to me. Our eyes meet, and I have nothing to give him, and I can't even say anything, and I just stare at him, and he stares at me. And now I realize that he realizes that I don't have a paper, and he has the most disappointing look on his face that you will ever see in your life. It's the look someone gets when they thought they had a $50 million lottery ticket, but it turns out it's not worth anything. And suddenly, I can't breathe. Like, I literally can't breathe. I can't breathe in and out. I don't know if my lungs aren't working or there's just no oxygen in the room, and I feel like he's staring me down with some kind of Sith-like force, and he's murdering me, and I can't breathe, and suddenly, right when I'm about to pass out, I wake up, because this was all a fever dream. You see, the day before my freshman year of class in college started, I got sick, I had a fever, and instead of getting plenty of bed rest, drinking NyQuil, drinking tea with honey, having soup for lunch. I played beyond Oasis up until midnight, and because I didn't take care of my body in my weakened state, my mind created this whole purgatory-like college atmosphere. I created the college version of Jacob's Ladder in my brain, and while it felt like I lived a month in my dream, I was only asleep for a few hours. I M. Night Shyamalan myself, and now I M. Night Shyamalan all of you. Video games are a cruel mistress. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, my friends.